guess that's really sounds old school to say it, if people dig it or not, but we're going to go. So 1 pinch for Kim. We'll see what's going on. And then we'll go for Krista. Kim, keep me on track. Kim, are we doing the blind and the pinch for... Kim, a blind and a pinch. Is it for Krista that we're doing, or we're doing for you? Will you let me know? And we'll just do it. For Krista. Okay, all right. For Krista, blind and a pinch. We're going to the pinch first because the charms are calling. So, all right. This was a huge one, and it has a lot of energy. A lot of momentum going on. I don't know what that's about, why we got so much energy going through. Hang on. We're getting down to the charms here. We'll get down to the charms here. They're starting here and working their way over here. And what it's getting is like this wavy feeling, this momentum feeling. Look, something, ooh. This is like something that has stacked up. You can either see it like as if it were bricks or books, but it's stacked. This is achievements, parts, and places that you've gone. 1, 2, 3, 4. Something come up in the recent months. Come up. Something turning around here. This is strength coming through in the heart energy, and this is a sense of balance coming through. This feels really like, I'm going to show you these two. This feels really like a sense of achievement with the books coming through, or the bricks as they're stacked. Also, you can think of this as steps forward, going steps forward, and stairs going forward. The strength coming here, this is something that's, wow, why am I getting that? Okay, I'm getting a little bit of a different information here. I'm getting something that's been well seasoned. Now, when I get the nudge, I always follow the nudge. Something that is well seasoned that's coming through for you. So something you've taken steps, and I'm getting well seasoned. I'm getting the skill when you're adding the seasons, but it needs to like percolate in the pan for a while. I'm not sure what it's about. Something well seasoned, the steps that you've taken, there's something that the timing is just bubbling up and really going quite well, quite right. Now going into the now moments, let's see what's going on. Okay. Now here, what we're seeing is something that is attached, needs released. You know what this is in the bloom where you're planted message. Coming through strongly. This bloom where you're planted message, you've already got all the nutrients you need. It's already baked in some degree. So the seasonings that you've been working on here, they're already baked in somehow. Sun's on this showing more abundance coming through in a huge way. And then if we go here, going forward, this is something where the shower is turned upside down. Often this is umbrella, and it makes me think of nurseries and babies and all that, and April showers type of thing. It's the umbrella, but it's the turned up umbrella. It was turned sideways, and it feels like a reprieve. It's upside down. It's like you don't need it. Like just before you put the umbrella away, you don't need it. There's a reprieve coming of some sort, and I don't know what that's about, but that's what it feels like. It feels like reprieve. Okay, so my guide Nell is one of the people that is always working with me, one of the guides that's always working with me. I don't know if you call her a people or not. She's like forest sprite. She's usually by the river. We always know she's sitting by the rocks and by the river, and usually kicking and splashing. And she just did this thing where she tucked up her legs and kind of wrapped her arms around them. So reprieve, yeah, absolutely. The feet are out of the water. The showers are not coming in. You're not feeling so overwhelmed and flooded as time's going forward. Towards the end of February, it feels like this reprieve is coming stronger and stronger to you. Don't know what that's about, but that's what's going on. Yeah. And a big stretch of the arms and legs, and a big smile from Nell. So that's what's going on with her. The bird is coming in, and let's see this. It means more peace usually when we see the birds, depending on the birds. But this one is coming in like dove of peace coming in here. Let's see if I can show you that. Right here. Dove of peace coming in here. Then going forward, we've got dragonfly bringing in change. Something that wants to harmonize and create change in the heart. And then the health coming up here. Health coming up twice. This is a flower, but it's not quite fully bloomed. And this is the health thing. There's something that needs attended to there. And the heart. Okay, I'll take a card on this. We're going to the modern witch again. What am I getting? I'm getting Queen of Wands reference and Three of Wands reference. So you're waiting for something to shift, to something to change, something you've taken action on already that you've started. And what I'm getting is don't stand still, don't stand still, don't stand still waiting. This is saying right here that something is needing to shift, and the Queen of Wands energy wants to be more present and more full here, but there's a connection with your heart. It's like you got to get circulating. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means in your world. Okay. Again, you guys get the messages as they come through. You got to mingle if you want the jingle. So what I'm getting, and the jingle is like the coins. It's like you've got to mingle. You've got to socialize, network, say hello to people that maybe you wouldn't say hello people. You got to mingle if you want. The jingle is what's coming through as the message. I don't know what that's about. Mo's like, yeah. Mo's nodding her head. Yeah, that's what I've got. To me, that's showing me that you need to get out there and do what it is. You got to hustle. You got to let yourself be known, let people know where you're at, that kind of thing. That's what I've got. Okay, now we'll go into the blind for you in just 1 second. Let me get the charms cleaned up. Yeah, that was a quick for so many charms. It was pretty direct. That was surprising to me. Sometimes they're a little bit crazy. So it's like, okay, all right. It's like I was in your therapy session earlier. Good. Glad it tracks. Hopefully it helps. All right. So now we're doing a blind. And the blind is for Krista. We're going to go into the blind. 1 second. Okay. I can see the cards that I'm getting called to. They're way over here. So let's just see what we got here. I want these ones. And these. These ones are some of my faves. Yeah, that'll do it. Okay, I think this is called the Chakra Wisdom, and I trimmed them down. And these, I don't remember what they're called, but they're really, really cute. So let's get into the blind. Chris's blind. That wants to come. Those want to come. See what's going on. Wow. Whoa, okay. You've got the Adventure Guardian Angel, and there's a sense of abundance that wants to come through this. As much as you are willing to put yourself out there, there will be more coming to you. It amplifies. When you move forward, when you go and take measured steps or take steps, intentional is the correct word, intentional steps to expand, then it's amplified. The adventure is important. Caution is the guardian angel, and survival, healer guides. I want to know what the caution is a little bit about. Truth, higher self. Oh, okay. This will probably resonate for you big. It feels like this is what you're doing a lot. Peeking from behind the curtain, but not quite ready to go out, but you need to get ready to go out. Time to go out and face the world, right? This is important for you. Be very, very aware of this. We're going to look at these other cards and see what it shows surrounding this. Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. Sometimes scared of your own shadow is what I'm getting. Trust the higher self. This is coming through big. It's like sometimes when little kids see their own shadow and things in the night seem bigger than what they are. This is what's coming through. There's an ask for trust, even though you have fear here. The solar plexus chakra is coming through strong. If you want to individuate, if you want to have more resilience, if you want to have more of your own identity, more of your own soul growth going on, you have to get very clear about what's important to you. And you do that and you show that to the universe through the action you take, not just through thinking and mulling it over. You've got to take some sort of action. You've got intuitiveness coming here and creativeness coming here. You've got the blue and purple chakra, so throat and third eye. So you're really, really getting there. Your heart's in the right spot, but this is what's coming up big. This is huge for you. Let me see if this recording is getting it. What else are we getting through here? There's a shift in the wind. There's something that you need to be doing that is a little bit more ballsy for you to do it. Something, it's like, you know, when you get in, like, say you have it in your closet, everything looks the same, all the same color. There's something that needs to be brought out that's different that you've forgotten about. Something that is really, really meant to help restore and bring something new. There's a different way of doing a different focus. If you were, say you're one that always wears purple. You always wear purple. Well, maybe it's time to be wearing, I don't know, gray, but it feels like quite the opposite. It feels like you've been wearing gray, and should have been wearing purple for quite a while. It feels like quite the opposite. Trust your higher self. The healer survival guides coming in here. The fact that you are a survivor, that you've been through so much in your lifetime and in the previous lives, it feels like it's stacked. Now it's time to trust the healer guides. That is an easier said than done, and that sometimes is a big flex of faith to do it. So that's what we've got. Black is your go-to. Yeah, I would say get out of that black. Put a little color there. It will help shift the mood just a little bit, and it's important for you right now. Anything else? No, that's complete. So that's what I've got on that. So hopefully that helps. Hey there, Steph. Good to see you. Phil is not playing cameraman. He is actually driving the truck today, so he is on his way to Montana today. So that is where he is at. So yeah, I am sure there's a different, more playful vibe in the room when he's here, or a different kind of playful vibe in the room. So like you probably will see less birds fly, you know, probably less of what's going on. Honestly, too funny. But you're so welcome, honey. You are so welcome. Okay, Vivian for a mini. And Vivian, did you have a specific question? I'm gonna look and see if I see it. Here we go. Hang on. Okay, whatever I think between you and Tim. Okay. All right. All right. Vivian's mini. We're going into the spiritual tarot for you. Just right off the jump, that's where I want to go. So let's see what's going on. Yeah. Oh, I'm sure that he'll do all right. But thanks. Thanks, Steph. All right. Vivian. What does Vivian need to know? Ooh, slow down. Find your center balance again. It's not so much that you've been off the wobble. It is like, yes, okay. When the scales of justice, when they're like big, 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 it's easy to see what's going on and you know they're not balanced. When you have to slow down and it's less and less of a difference, is fine tuning, but that's what's going on. Fine tuning the subtle energies is necessary for you right now. Get the balance, come to center, come to center. Okay, what does Vivian need to know? Wow, it's going to be okay, sweetie pie. What we're seeing is a little bit of some big cards. Well, a little bit of big cards. We're seeing some big cards. Let's take a look. Here we go. All right, there we go. Right here, we're seeing the Nine of Wands. It's a little bit of tiredness, weariness, resilience that comes through. The ability to stand strong is where you're at right now, but it feels like you've been challenged plenty and you're sick of it. There is some things you need to cut. There's some part of this that you need to let go of. Some of the dead wood needs to go, and it feels like you're carrying the weight of somebody else's drama, issue, whatever, and it needs to be let go. It needs to be cut. The challenge is, how do you be fair to yourself and do the thing that's the right thing for you and allow yourself to move forward? And it's not something that comes easy to you. You'd rather not look at it. Somebody else over on this, subconsciously and consciously, right here. We got the Two of Swords, the Seven of Cups. This is fantasy land, fantasy land, fantasy land. And it feels like a little bit of the if only, and it's wishing for a different set of circumstance than what is actually here. There's other choices to be made. One choice and the other, they seem like they're balanced, they're balanced, they're balanced. They're not. This is like, you need to look to your emotions, but not pie in the sky. Subconsciously, you've been doing a little bit of daydreaming, procrastinating, pie in the sky thinking that doesn't serve. What needs to be done is sharp choices. You need to make really distinct choices going forward. Death card here is saying death and transformation. This is when somebody goes from caterpillar to butterfly, right? And sometimes we don't want to release it. Sometimes we don't want to open up to that. That's a gorgeous card. I mean, look at how protected it's trying to be and how much is exposed. Something down to the bones there. Let me have a minute with that card. This is coming through very, very strongly. Something down to the bones. You got to get the problem or the drama simplified and peeled back. So take the if only, or the wishful thinking or the daydreaming out of the situation. Peel it back. What is the essential need going on right now? What is the capacity for you to do right now? Okay. All right. This sounds awfully preachly, even as it comes through in my head, so bear with me. What I'm getting is, it's down to the essential need. And the need for the butterfly is to get the fuck out of that cocoon. The need for the butterfly is to get out of there and to be free of something that has held it back. And even if you have to scrape and kick and get out of that, the need for the butterfly is to free itself. If the butterfly doesn't free itself, it'll die in the cocoon. It's not meant to stay there. It's going to need to go eat. All of the cosmic caterpillar, oozy goozy to butterfly stage has happened. This has already happened. It's like, don't you know the cocoon is gone now? It is time. The transformation has happened. The death and rebirth has happened. You've stood strong, stood your ground, held your ground. Now you need to cut away the excess bric-a-brac around you in order to move forward. Reason past the Star of Hope, it's like you are already on your path. You don't have to wait for anything else. This is the Star of Hope. Hold to your true north and keep flying towards it. Don't just look at it, but take some kind of flight action towards it. King of Wands, you're meant to be the leader of your own life right now. You're meant to have inspired, ambitious, big dreams and get other people. If they support you, great, they can come along. If not, get them out of the way. if they are draining your energy, draining your spirit, draining your soul or your heart, or making you feel stuck and like you need to stay, in place, they got to go. You've got something to do. You've got to be on your way. The energy around you, look at this. It feels like it's time to move on, all these painful thoughts that have happened when you've been in the cocoon thing. And it's like there's a protective circle around you, but it is time to let those swords fall. It's time to move forward. The Queen of Swords only needs one sword. That's it. The big truth and being true to yourself is huge. It's almost as if the Judgment card would have come up with this star in place of this star. Yeah, that's what it feels like is strongly coming through. Then you have around the energy around you, the hopes and fears energy, the Two of Wands. How do you partner? How do you make plans? This one is usually shown not with two rivals, but it's usually shown with the world in your hand and the world on the horizon. It's if they're competing, and it's a time for partnering with who you are now with the world as it sits and who you are becoming. And it's all about you, babe. That's what's going on right now. Then you have here, Six of Cups. Now this is, be careful, you had the Seven of Cups before. Six of Cups can come in as a little bit of a nostalgia marker. And the lesson is asking you to get over the nostalgia of the warm, cozy cocoon, or who are the comfortable people that you know. Your tribe is bigger than you think. You're not in caterpillar land anymore. How do you get to meet other butterflies if you don't take flight, if you don't get to the skies? How do you get to meet and go forward? How do you do anything moving forward if you are unwilling to take to the skies? It must be done, and it feels like it's hard. It feels like leaving the rough waters for smooth and going towards something else with the Six of Swords. You have to leave something behind, something that is disruptive behind. It has to be, you have to do it to go forward. And it's leaving a situation that's actually quite harsh and protecting your own peace at any price. What's going on here? We got two more that want to come through. You just don't like this, honey. You just don't like this. It's like getting out of your comfort zone to find your happiness. It's just scary as hell to you. Part of you knows that you got the butterfly thing. Part of you knows that you've got the new wings and the goo is finally dry and you're ready to fly. But part of you doesn't trust that if you take that leap of faith that the winds will catch you. They will catch you. They will catch you. What else is going on for you? You've got to take the leap. You can't stay grounded. Spiritually, you're grounded enough. That's fine. But you can't stay grounded like in this tiny, tiny cocoon anymore. You just can't. Knight of Wands, you've got to go forward. And look at this. You're a badass. Do you not remember? You're a badass. It's second nature to you. This is something you won't remember yet. The King of Wands ask right now going forward feels very, very big. I'll show you this one. This one feels very, very big for you. But you're a badass. You've got the Knight of Pentacles that wants to move forward so, so strongly right here. And you've got this Eight of Coins. You've done it before. You've done this moving forward, charging forward in a way that is really, really positive and strong for yourself, where you've left what you've outgrown behind, and you know how to take it on. You know how to handle it. You know how to do the battle moves in a way that's different. Part of the reason that I think the hesitation is there is because it isn't easy. It is work. It is work. You know how to do this. It will kick in. It's like, say that something happens, this is a crazy analogy, but I'm giving it anyway. Say something happens, you break your leg and you can't drive your car for a while. You can't drive around. You have to be driven because your leg's broke, so you can't hit the gas pedal. All right, great. So that's the scenario. You can't drive, you can't drive, you can't drive. By the time you get that cast off, you might be itching to drive, but it might be a little bit intimidating to you. And it feels like it will come back second nature. Like you get back in the driver's seat and you're ready to go and you'll know how to do it. You'll know how to move forward. You will know. Trust it. Trust it. Trust it. Strip whatever is the nonsense away. Let yourself get back to the essential you and move forward. That's what I've got. That's complete. Wow. Yeah, that was big. That was big, but that was beautiful, beautiful energy coming through. So yeah, you got to start hanging out with the other butterflies. Was hoping you can save this relationship. Okay, this is just Ange's opinion. It wasn't in the cards as far as the relationship question, but one person can't save a relationship. Relationships, if people want to be in relationship, it takes the two people coming together and then both valuing each other. It can't be done. It can't be saved by one person. It can be totally annihilated and blown to hell by one person, it would seem, but it doesn't feel like you can save save it by one person if the other person isn't willing to work. The death and transformation and the card of moving on came up side by side. It's like you don't want to leave the circle of comfort. You don't want to leave what feels comfortable or known, what's familiar. But the death and transformation is there. So that's what I'm feeling. The relationship with yourself at this point is more important than any other relationship, be it your spouse, be it your child, be it anything else. The relationship with yourself is the most important. This transformation in you has happened. And if you're in butterfly mode and somebody else is in caterpillar mode, it doesn't mean they'll never catch up, but it does mean you can't hang out with caterpillars all the time. So that's what I got. All right, let me get some water and I'll hold up the sign. Thank you, Kim. So yeah, a little bit of water, and here's how you can pay me and get on the list, blah, blah, blah. There you go. I'm going to drink some water. Okay, guys. All right. So Venmo, Cash App, and PayPal, this is how you get on the list. The Blind Oracle, the Year Ahead, the Mini is what you just saw. Get into it, get nosy, and we see what's going on. And then the full is bigger than that and usually double or triple decks depending on what's going on. And that's how we do it. So that's what's going on. And those are the ways you can pay. We've also got the bones with the cards, crystal ball with the cards, or past life with the cards. And I love, 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 love doing those. So that's what I've got. You're welcome, Vivian. You're welcome, sweetie. Don't doubt your path and don't doubt your truth because you're on it. You really are doing quite good. And you've stood your ground in a good way. So you're doing quite good. So just so you know, you're not far off. Wanting something to be better, improved, wanting something to be more nourishing for your soul is not a bad thing at all. All right. So there's the sign. Hopefully you guys have had it enough and that's good. The list is clear. Great. Excuse me. All right. I think I want to go into a collective here pretty soon. So give me just a second and we'll see what we can do. Okay. All right. I guess we go into it directly. We're going into the Golden Wheel Tarot. Don't know why we're going in there, but that's where we're going for the collective today. And we're getting an arch shape. Okay, that's what's going on. That's what's going on. Ho, 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 ho. Okay. Wow. Okay. We're going in for the collective. Sure. Yeah, I'll do info on my classes after the collective. No problem. This is what we got coming up. Hopefully you guys can see it. And for you guys, it might appear reversed, but it's the arch. What we've got coming up, we've got the Seven of Wands. This is usually Sneaky Pete the Thief. If it's the swords, and if it's the wands, it's the hold your own boundaries. I'm getting a blended one. Sneaky Pete is somehow here just a little, but the wands are here. Holding your own boundaries. Sneaky Pete says protect your priorities. Be really, really clear about what it is. You have to be clear about that before you stand your ground. There needs to be more clarity coming in. Page of Swords is coming in to remind you of the clarity that you need. To remind you of what you've seen, what you've observed, what you've witnessed. Sometimes this one's not great at communication. Sometimes there's gossip or harsh words around this guy. Hold your boundaries anyway. Try to be at more peace. Know who you are. Be confident in what you're doing. Don't let the ups and downs get you. The King of Cups is experiencing some turbulence right now. And it feels like this energy of the devil around the King of Cups. He knows how to deal with this. He knows how to quash out the heat from the devil. He really does. The Queen of Swords coming in is saying, hold to this truth. Hold to this truth. The King of Wands needs to be there. There's egos are in the way. Leadership needs to be there in a more balanced way. It's not just about ambition. It's not just about moving forward, moving forward, moving forward. There needs to be more balance. And the Queen of Swords, the legals, the truth, the known things are coming in to really, really balance and keep it balanced. It feels like the devil energy is throwing extra chaos in the waters when there doesn't need to be, extra churn in the waters, just on purpose to just mess with you is what it feels like. Feels like some of us are just feeling like we're being messed with to just be messed with. There is challenge going on. There is, how do you describe this? This is how I would describe it. There's gunk in the astral going on. It feels like there's astrological gumbo that's trying to get clear. And it feels like the debris wants to break free, but it's not entirely gone. It feels like weakly tethered. And those weak tethers of astrological gombu, whatever it is, feels like it's trying to get clear, but it takes some doing. It's not going to take forever. And it feels like this Queen of Swords, if she holds this truth, the one that she's witnessed, observed, experienced, and holds her boundaries, protects the priorities, yes, but also does what's fair and right for her, that things are going to move through in a way that is actually righteous leadership versus ego. This is something about ego is getting in the way. It needs to be let go of. High Priestess coming through in a big way. Big way. High Priestess coming through. This is saying, trust yourself, trust your higher self, connect with the divine, connect with spirit, connect with whoever is the great creator in your world, whoever is God in your world. Trust that. This is something where fear might lead you a little bit stronger and make you a little bit crazy, but she knows how to flex those muscles of faith. And it is a challenge. Easier said than done. Ask a different question. Ask new questions. Don't let yourself be inundated by bullshit getting you worrying and you're spinning, your mind spinning about things that don't serve. There's something more important going on right now. Settle down, settle down. Get in your seat again. Get in your throne again. Get in control and centered and get your faculties on board and flex your faith muscles once again. 10 of Wands. It feels like a burden right now. It feels very, very heavy. Not all of it is for you to carry. You have to work smarter with this one. Set some of it down. Allow others to help and assist. Do what you can where you can. And allow others the same privilege. Queen of Wands comes through. It's a restoration of the mojo here. It's a restoration of confidence. It's a reclaiming and holding your territory. Holding what is your boundary is important for you, even though it feels like challenge. And there's many ways to do it. Be confident in what you know to be the truth and what is right for yourself. Don't yield to somebody else's expectation. Hold to the truth that is right for yourself. Hold to the fact that you know how to balance things. Do not yield to this kind of nonsense, to fear, to ego, none of it. None of it. That's all sham. It's all smoke and mirrors, right? High Priestess knows. She sees right through that. She knows. Something that is hidden, the resilience that is deep within us, isn't necessarily obviously on full display. But the resilience that is in us, that is deep within us, is always there. It must be remembered, and it will be displayed. You will hold your own. You'll hold your boundary. You'll hold your ground. You'll do it in a way that is gracious, that is standing strong, and you don't have to get into the blame game or get into going back to the past too much. No, you're meant to move forward. That's what I've got. That feels complete. So, wow. Yeah, that's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So that's what I got for the collective, guys. And this is the Golden Wheel Tarot. So we will take a look and I'll show you what's going on for classes. All right. For classes. This is what I'm doing for classes right now. And these are 15 videos. It's about 3 hours long. I send you all the links. You take it at your own pace. And then I do 2 half-hour follow-up sessions. And we talk about tarot. We see what's going on. And I keep it simple. Like you can see, I am not super, super high-tech. I'm pretty low-tech, old school. And that's how I teach it. And once you start interacting with the cards and playing with the cards and really enjoying them, instead of just memorizing everything by rote, once you start playing with the cards and get to know the characters that you see as they come through in the cards, then you're able to read them more. And what I'm showing you and hoping that you can get with some of this is you'll learn the meanings of the cards. You'll learn the basics of the tarot, but you'll also learn how to follow the nudge, how to dive in a little bit deeper. And if you know the uprights, you'll know the reversals. I read reversals when they feel reversed, not just when they come up reversed, because with this many decks, I don't upright every deck when I put it away. Are you kidding me? I would never get out of this studio. I'd be like, yeah. And I could spend years and years, days and days doing that. But that's what's going on. Those are my tarot classes, and I do the follow-ups. And the first session, typically I'll give you some homework. I was going to do like paperwork homework, and I'm like, no. We need 2 follow-up sessions one-on-one. And so I schedule them, and that's what I've got going on. So they're on sale for right now. $99, and that's what you can reach me at angiedoesclasses on gmail.com. Hopefully you can see that. I don't know if you can. Anyway, that's where it is. So hopefully that helps. So that's what I've got on that. I think I need a little bit more water and then we'll keep going. So 1 sec. All right. Okay. Hey there, Dawn. Hey there, Christy. Hey there, Teardrop. Good to see you. Good to see you. Hi, hi. So, yeah, we're just throwing cards and doing our thing and kind of just chilling for a little while. That's what we got going on. So, and if you haven't been in or if you have questions about certain decks and you're like, maybe you're thinking about getting a deck and you don't know and you want to see it, if I've got it handy, I'll pull it out and show you. I can show you which are my favorites and whatnot, but I love them. Love, love, love tarot. Love tarot. So, yeah. Ignore me like the life? Okay, I'm glad you did. I'll pretend I didn't see that. So, yeah, that's what's going on. And other than that, if you've got questions, you can ask, you know, some basic questions. If you want the reads, then let me know. The paid list is open and we're rocking and rolling. So that's what we got. And it's always weird when I'm doing this. I'm recording also for YouTube, so I'll upload your reading to YouTube and then you can go back to it if you want. But when I have TikTok on, it's always mirroring. So it's like one image of me looks reverse of the other. And it kind of throws me for a little bit, but that's what's up. So, okay, it looks like maybe we froze. I don't know if we froze or not. Okay. Kim, will you pop a message up there so I can see if we're frozen? I'm good. Okay, good to know. So I'm wondering if we want to go out and back in and catch the algorithm again or what you might think. Kim's usually with me, and Kim's the one you let know if, like, if you have paid for a read or whatever, let Kim know. She helps me keep track. And everything keeps going. Let's go out and back in and see if we can catch the algorithm again, and we'll just keep going and see what happens. Who knows? It feels like there's 10 of us in here. So I'm just going to step out and be right back in, like within, I don't know, 30 seconds or whatever, however long it takes. It'll be quick. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, guys. See you in just a second. Bye.